Today's horoscope, Virgo September 25, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With today's Mercury-Uranus trine, look for new ideas and perspectives that excite and motivate you. You are on top of discoveries with something you're working on or studying, or you're anxious to be up on the latest developments in various fields of interest. An answer to a recent problem can arrive. You have more impact now, and others tend to receive you well. Higher education pursuits can thrive. Still, as the day advances, Mercury, as it currently transits your sign, heads into an opposition with Neptune. There could be some drama in your close relationships or confusion in communications. You might be frustrated with others who seem unresponsive, indifferent, imprecise, or vague. Situations are ambiguous when you're seeking definite answers. You might also question whether you're being lied to today. If possible and appropriate, try to let things be and depend on yourself for the time being. Whenever your ruler, Mercury, is in a delightful dance with any other celestial body in the heavens, you get a bonus of luck on your side. It also helps that he is now within your solar house of identity, energizing your zodiac sign to your core. Get ready for a jolt of fun, excitement, and spontaneity in your day. Mercury is linked to the electric Uranus, which could give you a sudden chance to travel with your lover or think outside of the box. If single, go for someone a bit more eccentric, and they could open your mind in vast new directions. Think positively of your professional future and journey. True to your mercurial nature, you can be a worrywart. Your thoughts and conversations could change everything. So, it is essential to speak and think positively of your professional journey when Mercury in your sign trines Uranus retrograde in Taurus. As of right now, you may feel like your professional journey is up in the air. Anything could happen. Instead of worrying, talk about how excited you are about these changes and the opportunities that will come in your near future. With so much of our self-esteem invested in our body image, it is the wise one who takes care to maintain his or her physical health. Your underlying philosophy about health corresponds to your self-esteem. It's the little things that matter. For instance, do you own a water bottle that you can take with you when you drive a car or take public transportation? Do you floss twice a day to keep your gums healthy? By tomorrow, make your answers yes. Today, you will have to choose a new and original path that is off the beaten track. Your desire for independence and need for liberty are becoming pathological, and this will push you to refuse making any professional or sentimental commitments. This behavior should isolate you and lead you to having a certain amount of solitude. However, you shouldn't be worried about all this because the current vibrations are finally speaking of success, and this should give you some vigor. It's only a question of being patient now. Having the moon in your career sector when the sun returned to your income sector, followed by Venus's departure a few hours later, was advantageous yesterday and even more so today. The moon's alignment with Jupiter in your career sector and its favorable aspect to the asteroid Juno, known as the Queen of Commitment in your income sector, offers an opportunity to capture and preserve the work Venus has done over recent weeks linking these two areas. Meanwhile, now that the Sun has left Virgo and concluded your birthday month, Mercury remains to tie up loose ends. As Venus, the planet of love, settles into her first full day in your communication sector, the first planetary activity on the communication this year is getting off to an empowered start. With Mercury, the planet of communication, in his final 2 days in Virgo, there is a timely overlap, with Venus able to piggyback off the work he has already put into getting the communication lines open as she begins her quest to give your heart and your relationships a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. Today's cosmic energy is setting the stage for unexpected revelations and breakthroughs in your conversations. With Mercury in analytical Virgo trining Uranus retrograde in Taurus, you may find yourself stumbling upon surprising information that could change your perspective. It's as though the universe is giving you an opportunity to unearth something that's been hidden for a while. Whether it's you or someone else, there's a strong desire to speak up, to share something that's been kept private or suppressed for a long time. Have you ever been in a conversation where, out of nowhere, someone drops a truth bomb that completely changes the course of the discussion? Well, today could be one of those days. There's a powerful lesson here about the value of openness and vulnerability. Sometimes, we hold things back, unsure of how others will respond, but today, the stars are aligned in a way that encourages you to open up. That secret or unspoken feeling you've been holding on to? This might just be the perfect moment to let it out. Sharing your thoughts could lead to a fascinating discovery not only about the situation at hand but about yourself and your relationships too. Have you ever found that sharing something you thought was insignificant actually brought you closer to someone? Don't shy away from these unexpected moments. What conversations have you been avoiding lately that might benefit from a little transparency? In your relationships, you might notice that your expectations are running a bit high. It's wonderful to have ambitions, but it's also important to stay realistic, especially when it comes to the people in your life. If you find that you're expecting too much from others or setting goals that feel unattainable, now is the time to take a step back and reevaluate. What does balance look like for you in your relationships? Remember, clear communication is key. If you want to avoid misunderstandings or tension, make sure your plans and expectations are known. When you align your desires with the needs of those around you, your interactions become more harmonious and fulfilling. And speaking of relationships, today is a fantastic time for connection. Your accommodating nature is shining through, and others are drawn to your easygoing and supportive energy. You're especially good at putting friends or partners at ease, even if they're feeling tense or stressed. Have you ever noticed how your calm energy can help diffuse a tense situation? Your ability to listen and offer support will go a long way today, but just be mindful not to overextend yourself. While it's great to be there for others, giving too much, especially physical assistance, could lead to burnout or even regret later on. It's all about finding that balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. On a personal level, you might find it hard to explain why you're feeling so tense or restless today. Have you ever had that jittery feeling where you know something's off but can't quite put your finger on it? That's the energy swirling around right now. The key is not to let these feelings affect your relationships or create unnecessary tension. Avoid making rash decisions or acting out of frustration. Instead, take a moment to breathe, center yourself, and think carefully about what you need to do to bring peace back into your environment. What are some of the ways you find balance and calm when life feels chaotic? Finally, when it comes to finances, today calls for caution. There's a chance you've been a bit frivolous with your spending lately, and that carefree attitude could come back to bite you. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and splurge, but when the bills start rolling in, reality sets in fast. Have you ever had that sinking feeling when you realize you've spent more than you intended? Today's energy is all about practicing damage control. You might not be able to fix everything overnight, but by being patient and mindful with your money, you'll start to see things turn around. What's one area of your financial life where you could use a little more restraint? As you move through the day, remember that even though things might feel challenging or tense at times, you have the strength and wisdom to navigate these energies with grace. The universe is inviting you to be patient, focus on what truly matters, and find joy in the connections you make along the way. How are you feeling today? What's on your mind as you tackle these cosmic challenges? Let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments below.